Hey y'all. Happy Monday. Let me put my phone up here. Whew. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys can hear me. Hey, Stride Boxing Podcast with the question coming in right at the beginning. I ain't even get a happy Monday or nothing, but I got you. I'll answer you in just a second. Let me make sure enough people get in here before we get started. Hey, Jade Boss. Hey, Darnell. Hey, Jerminia. What would you like me to explain, Jerminia? Hey, 411 SAG, how are you? Well, anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. Um, I hope, I hope your fourth has been well. Sorry I was out last week if you guys noticed. I needed a minute. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all questions in. There isn't too much going on new, so I will be answering whatever questions y'all have. So Stridebox saying a podcast says, what's the best place to get a quick loan for bad credit? Well, you're going to find that to be very difficult to do. But if you do have bad credit and you need a loan, then what I'm probably going to say, and you're probably not going to like it, but anywhere you're going to go, it's going to be high. You can do, you're probably going to have to do one of those title loans. I don't know if you own a car, but you're probably going to have to do something like that to try to get a loan. And or if you do have credit cards, you're going to have to turn your credit into cash so that you can possibly borrow from yourself. Also, if you have uh, life insurance, whole life insurance, you can always go and cash that out to borrow some money. Same with your 401k. I hate to tell you guys to do any of those things, but I know that people are feeling the squeeze right now. So these are some of your alternatives that you can do if you needed to get some money. Okay. Let me see if anybody. Anyway, so if you haven't been to my page, please follow, share, like, subscribe, tag someone, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys drop questions. I'm gonna go ahead and answer them for you. I had an extra week off, so I should be good. Y'all know I stay up in the news, so I'll help y'all navigate through some of these things y'all gotten questions with. Okay. All right. Let me see what you're saying. Sweetie 51, we need to talk. Yes, ma'am. I saw your comment on my video. If you guys don't know, you can always go to my YouTube channel under the same name, Shamika Saves. Okay. I have more than enough stuff to get y'all going. More than enough stuff to get y'all some juices flowing. Y'all gonna have some questions. Make sure you drop your comments below. And again, if y'all got questions, go ahead and drop them here. Okay, Amy. Hey, Amy, how are you? Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. I forgot to ask that tonight, but I know you guys can hear me. Thank you very much. Hey, Malika, how are you? Paula, how you doing? Happy Monday. Hey, Starlight, Olivia, how you doing? Gwendolyn. Okay, Darnell says I have two collections that need your help. Well, now I'm gonna just tell y'all now, I'm definitely not taking the juice away from myself or anybody else that does credit repair, but I can tell you this. If you guys are hearing people saying they're doing a credit sweep, they can clean up your credit, you do not have to wonder what that means. I already did a video on my YouTube page to tell you exactly what people are doing to remove those items. Now, I am going to say this. Does it work? It does. The method that they use for credit sweep does. But what you have to do, folks, if you're going to use it, this method, you're going to need consistency, meaning you're going to need to keep this up for at least 3 to 4 months before you actually may see things removed. Okay. The credit bureaus have definitely caught on and they are not removing things within your first dispute round like they used to. Okay. So, Darnell, if you want, you can always go to my YouTube page. You can learn the credit sweep method if you need something taken off. But also, guys, I do have a credit repair site where you can actually get the letters, everything you need to dispute, and it's all free. Okay, so you can go to credit-hacker.com, and you can get your information there. Hey, Lisbeth, how are you? Hey, Mo, how are you? All right, y'all. So if y'all got any questions, go ahead on and you can drop them below. Again, there wasn't too much going on this week. Any new side hustle? Well, let me tell y'all, I think they're going to be the best hustle that's going to go around, that is going to be one that a lot of people probably are not going to do. And I think we talked about this before, but being the candy lady. Okay. Now, the candy lady, the person that sells the freeze cups, the lily dillies, whatever y'all call them in your area, where you can go and get the bag of chips, the soda, the pickles, the pickle pig feed, pickled eggs, that kind of stuff. You know how y'all used to have that person in your neighborhood? That is going to be the one hustle that is going to withstand the test of time. Why? Because everybody's going to have change. You do not have to pay in dollars if you want. If you don't want to, you can always keep it in change. And also, the coins, guys, the coins, you can always melt them down. So if we ever, when this dollar blows up and we're not using it anymore, keep some change. Okay, y'all need to keep some change. Y'all be surprised at what those pennies will add up to, or what they can get you later on when melted down. Okay, we're not thinking about the metals. So to me, that's going to be the slowest, but the hustle that's going to last the longest. But again, you guys, y'all know I tell y'all you could do notary, you guys can do the process server, where you're serving people who are going to be getting sued. Y'all know lots of people are getting sued. Bad credit is a great business to invest in if you have the means or the money to be able to do it, because people are always going to constantly be in debt. And not that you're trying to exploit them, but if they're not going to do what needs to be done, why don't you guys go and make money off of them? Okay, how many of you guys are using Chat GPT to make any money? And if you are, what are you doing? We got some ideas on here last time, but that's another way you guys can put a little money in your pocket. Mo says, speaking of side hustle, did you see the lady who made $700 on TikTok acting like the bot? Yes, I was just looking at Pinky before I came on here. And if you guys don't know who that is, I'm sure you guys probably seen it on social media, where the lady, she's almost sounding like she's doing an auction, and she's responding to every little emoji or gift that you guys are paying. And because it's so entertaining, people are paying. Okay, now didn't we talk about y'all showing your toes, your hands? I mean, people will pay for almost anything, because why? We are bored. People are bored, man. People are bored. People are talking to fake AI. They're talking to a robot, but they're thinking they're talking to a girl, and they're paying like monthly subscriptions to ask questions to this person that's not even really there. So if you guys didn't think that this is how our future is going, we're going there, guys. It's going to be in a stage where things are going to be weird, but as long as you're willing to ride the wave, you can find a way to get paid. Okay. So y'all, some of y'all who always want to be grant writers, y'all got Chat GPT to help you. You want to be resume writers, you have Chat GPT. So almost you can almost create any type of business, whether you really know how to do it or not, and let the AI do it for you. Okay, I've seen what it does. It types out emails. I mean, you can use it for your campaign, you can use it for writing speeches. It's you can use it for almost anything. So now, the only thing it won't do, it won't take your test for you, at least not yet, and it won't do the work, but it will do the stuff that we don't want to do. It will write. Darnell says, do you have a good way to invest money? Well, you know what? Honestly, let me tell y'all. My investment right now is making sure that I have little to no debt. Okay. That's the best investment, me personally, that I can have. I am not a stock market person. I don't watch that. I do. That's just not something that I'm into. I would tell you guys, if you are interested in investing in something, real estate is never going to be a bad investment ever. Um, you can look at some of these sites like Turo. I mean, I know people who do Turo, they do okay. I think Turo may be a little play, but Airbnb and that hosting thing for homes, I don't think that's going to go anywhere anytime soon. Tell me some stuff that you guys are doing to invest money. Who's over here buying Bitcoin? Anyone? Thank you, Christopher. This is just a wig. I changed it. I wanted something different. Okay. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Germinia, I'm sorry I missed yours. So Germinia says, what's going on with student loan forgiveness? And again, if anybody has any way that they invest money, let me know, and I will put this out to everybody so that we all know. So the student loan forgiveness, the borrower's defense is still going on. Y'all are going to see a lot of BS articles saying the same thing that I've been telling y'all for 2 years. When y'all see anything that says a loan forgiveness, it is not that Joe Biden one. It is only the borrower's defense. That is the only program giving loan forgiveness. Anything else is you in repayment. They have not done anything else. They have not even rolled out the new Save program that he was supposed to come out with. They talked about it, but it's been what, 2 weeks, and nothing's been rolled out. You still have the income driven repayment that you can enroll in if you guys want to. They have not said that they've changed the date, but as far as it has been stated, you have until December 31st if you want to be in that plan. Now, some of y'all have messaged me, and you guys can go to my website if y'all have a question. I do be up late, so, okay? And sometimes I respond to y'all. But some of y'all told me that you tried to enroll in the income driven repayment plan, and they told you guys that you had to either consolidate or unconsolidate your loans. I can tell you this: if you are not talking to your student loan servicer, then you need to hang up the phone, because some of you guys, I had another person that paid $1,200 to somebody to get them to do something, and they were not even, they were just like me, just a person who helped people, but there's no way you charge $1,200 to help somebody discharge their loans when they're going to get discharged anyway. Okay. So make sure that you are talking to your actual student loan servicer, Navient, um, uh, uh, golly, what's a nail net? One of those. Okay. If you're not talking to one of those big ones, hang up the phone, because you do not know who's calling you. Okay. So don't be, people know that you guys are waiting on forgiveness, and they will use this as a scam to get your money. All right. Let me see what else y'all saying real quick, real quick. And again, if this is your first time here, please follow. Let's see. Keisha says stock up either Larry. Oh, okay. Stock is up. She says either Larry Jones. Oh, okay. So Larry Jones, I guess this is who we need to follow. Okay. So Keisha says she's buying stocks and crypto. And I do agree that is very smart to do stocks and crypto, but I'm going to take this. Now, I would do that as well, but here is what I find. You cannot be buying stocks and crypto and you are also in debt. You have to figure out one before you do the other. Now, no, I don't believe our financial system is going to implode tomorrow. So you do have time to try to get yourself in a safer situation. So I don't recommend that anybody have a large amount of debt and are trying to take money and invest. You should be investing in the debt so you can have the freedom, you can have the credit score, so that you'll be able to have more access to cash when you need it than worrying about stocks and stuff. And the only way you're going to make money in the stock or the crypto game is it has to sit. So if you're not prepared to put that money away for a while, pay your debt off first. Okay. Thank you, Keisha, for letting us know. Lady E says, do you help people with filling out the borrower's defense application? Yes, I do. I charge $75. Okay. If you want help with the borrower's defense application, it is 25 pages. That is $3 a page. And I don't charge until the work is done. Okay. Now I know some people think that is crazy, but that's just how I operate. I don't bill you until I do the work. Okay. So I do that because some of y'all, we got to build trust. Okay. But even when I do it that way, some people still think it's a scam. It is not a scam. Okay. Y'all can ask anybody out here who I've done their paperwork. You pay, you get what you pay for. Okay. Mo says, you haven't talked about the housing market in a while. What's been going on in real estate? Well, I can tell you what's been going on in real estate. They are trying to make us think that it is a steady market, and it is not. Um, Interest rates are high, higher than they were a couple months ago. So if you guys are planning on buying a home anytime soon, be prepared to bring some money to the table. Excuse me, bring some money to the table so that you can buy your points down. And let me explain what that means for some people that do not know. Okay. So, say you go to buy a house, and right now the best interest rate you can get is 6.5%. That's 6.5. Okay. But you don't want 6.5% because that payment of $1,500 is too high. But you might want $1,200. That fits more into your pockets, okay, your budget. But in order to get that $1,200 payment, you either got to put a whole lot of money down on the mortgage as a whole, or you can buy your points down so that now your interest rate is lower, which in turn makes your payments lower, which also in turn means over the life of that 30-year mortgage, you pay less money than you did. So you may think it's crazy, but I promise you, buying your points down in the beginning is the best and the cheapest option you can. Because from, say you want to buy it, you want to go from 6.5% to 4.5%. That could be 2,500, $3,000 that you would bring to your closing. I would rather you pay that then than to have the 6.5% over 30 years of your mortgage, because that difference of, just say, $300 a month in payments, do that by 30 years. 30 years times 12 months. I don't know how many months that is. Y'all figure it out. It's a whole bunch, okay? But you do that by that $300. It's way more than the $2,500, $3,000 you could have paid. I remember I bought my points down one time when I bought my very first house, and I paid $1,200 down to get myself down to I think back then it's 6% was like the lowest. Okay. So if you guys are planning on buying, make sure you see if you can buy your points down. All right. Everybody has the option to do it. The bank doesn't care. The bank will give it to you as long as you pay them the cash. All right. So another thing that I'm seeing in the real estate market still is people are not being able to afford the rent because landlords have the right to, especially private landlords, they can raise that rent. I've been having people call, they're having issues with the Section 8. I mean, it's actually just been a lot of little stuff. If you're living in the southern states, this is hurricane season, okay? So some of y'all need to go and call insurance, and pay your $20 a month and protect your stuff. I had a girl inbox me the other day, and she showed me her house got struck by lightning, and the whole roof came in. Her whole place is messed up. And the first thing I asked her was, "Girl, I hope you got renter's insurance." And she said yes. And I'm like, whew, because everything she had was gone, just like that. Okay. Even if I have a storage unit, I get renter's insurance. Some of y'all are cheating yourselves. Okay. That little $20 a month, you spend it in that McDonald's. So make sure you take care of that, especially if you're in Florida. Okay. Because it's hurricane season. Let me see. What else y'all saying? All right. I'm trying to get to y'all question. Okay. Let's see. Anything new about the student loan forgiveness? Hey, Liz, I did answer that. I don't, nothing else, nothing new. Y'all know they'll say stuff and then they disappear on y'all. Y'all see Joe Biden said, "Oh, we're going to give y'all this new plan," and y'all haven't heard nothing. That's just what they do. It will come. When will Alabama get PEBT? Now that I do not know. That's a state, individual state program. If I hear of it being something that's large enough to bring about, we will talk about it. But I wouldn't know that. Sorry, Connie. It says, what if we are already in income-driven repayment before COVID? If you are already in income-driven payment before COVID, I would still call my student loan servicer, because some of the program has changed since COVID. Okay. So the reason that they have now just the income driven repayment and all the other options are gone is because we had a new act. Okay. And so since we had new legislation, you may need to see if there's anything you need to do. Find out if your payments change, and find out if you will be paying less time than you did. The one thing that should change, if anybody was already in a income payment, is you may notice that your payment amounts should change. Okay. It should not be, okay, that as much as it was, especially since they changed the percentage of how much how much income of yours that they will use to figure out your payments. Okay. Keisha says there are a lot of delivery apps for side hustles. Yeah, there are, but let me tell y'all about these little delivery apps. They are doing background checks on y'all, and they will let you start the job. And then once they find out about something that you got hidden, you will be without a job. Okay, so please do not do like one of my, and I hope he's not watching, and you go out and get a car and you got all these plans because you're finna get these side delivery jobs. And then now they find out you got a bad driving record, or you got this, that, and now you can't. Okay, so just because you have good credit, you have to have other things in play too, so all of these things can work together for you. What's the point of having great credit and be a felon? You ain't gonna be able to get much. And I mean, and ain't nothing against no felons, and ain't nothing against people who got bad credit or good credit or bad credit. But what I'm saying is your stuff has to work together. This is why everybody does so much damn fraud, because you don't realize how all of the things that you did in your life come into play when you need them. Now you don't have it to use. Now everybody's around here running around trying to get fake social security numbers, fake drivers, fake IDs, all of this just to have some place to live and work. Okay. So tell somebody, and y'all parents, tell your kids, okay, it's more than just you, it's more than just having money in the bank. It's more than just having good credit. You got to have all these damn things to go together because they all lead into something else. Okay. They really, really do. All right, Miss Dean says, what do you do if your credit card reduce your credit limit because you were late on one card? There is nothing that you can do. What you're nothing that you can do right now. So what you don't know is um there is a universal credit card agreement that a lot of people don't know that they sign. They just agree when they get the credit card. But what that means is if you are late on any one of your credit cards, any one of your other credit cards has the right to look at your credit and do a little inquiry to see if you've been late, see if you're running up your balances on your other cards. And if you do, they have the right to mitigate risk and say, we're going to lower their limit. Oh, we're gonna, we're gonna, yeah, basically that's the biggest punishment they give you. They lower your limit. And sometimes if it's really bad, they'll just close your card. Okay. Now, Ms. Dean, you can tell them that you do not agree that they lowered your limit. And if you don't agree, they will close your account, which you do not want because that's going to hurt your score tremendously. What you do is you continue to pay your bills as normal. Do not be late again, but in 6 months, go back and ask for them to review your account to see if they will give you an increase. Usually, I'm not even going to lie, 6 months is usually not even long enough. They usually want to see 12, but you can try 6 depending on who the company is. Okay. Navy Federal, you could probably do it. If it's Discover, hang it up. Okay. American Express, and that depends on the type of card and the limit. So it all depends, okay? But you're going to notice that a lot. Your credit card limits are going to go down because they are looking to see what you did on some money on one of your other accounts. This is why I tell you guys to make sure you always pull your paper copy of your credit reports because you'll never know how many times they did a soft inquiry to look at your credit reports. Some credit card companies check your credit report every single month. How many of you guys have an Apple card? If you have an Apple card, I promise you, Goldman Sachs is checking that credit report every single month. Okay. If you have a secure card, they're probably checking your account, your credit every single month. It's not a hard inquiry, it's a soft inquiry. They have the right to go and view it. They say they can do that because that's how they determine if they want to increase your limit. But what they don't tell you is they can also use it to decrease your limits. Okay. Hey, Mango Skin, how are you? No problem, Miss Fifi. Lady E says, yes, I want help. How can I contact? So all you guys, if you guys need anything, again, I know I've just been rambling a little bit. You can always go to my website, shamikasaves.com. Send me a message there. I promise you guys, I have been on my highs and lows. If you guys been with me for a little while, you know what I've been going through over the past year. And I am in the process of getting myself settled. And I promise once I get myself settled, I am going to hit the ground running again. And once this case is over, I will be able to go into detail and tell y'all everything. Okay. So y'all just have to bear with me. Some weeks I just ain't feeling it and I need to take a break. And then some weeks like this week, I'm good. So but if y'all need me, y'all can always go to my website, shamikasaves.com, and I will send you a message back. Okay. You can talk to me on there. Also, if you guys are looking for grants, if you have a business, I posted the new grants for the month of July. They're at the website under the shop tab. Okay. I get one every single month. These are really good grants. These are the grants that some are free, some of them are for Black people, Black and brown women, LGBT, tech. It's a lot. So go on there and download the 8-page report because it's always 8 pages of grants. Okay. So make sure you go and look and see what you have that's available to you. All right. Chrissy says, hey, beautiful lady, I wholesale real estate and typically do 3 to 5 deals or more per month. I closed the deal last week for $6,200. Whoop, whoop. I made around $21,000 last month in wholesale fees. Real estate is life. Look at that, y'all. I think that is awesome. Okay, she made about 21,000 last month in wholesale fees. I'm letting you guys know real estate is where it is at, guys. You got to have the money though. Okay, you see, I don't now. I'm not gonna speak for Christy Nicole, but I'm going to take a guess and say that she's taking their earnings and she is flipping her money and putting it into more real estate so that she can keep building up her portfolio. So this goes back to what I was telling you guys. If you have a lot of debt, then you can't do that right now. Okay. Right now, your focus is getting out of debt and finding your way out so that you can have a plan. Okay. Whatever that may be. I tell a lot of y'all, downsize. Some of y'all are staying in these houses and it's just you. Or just you and somebody downsize, or go and put that house on Airbnb, rent it out. Okay. Keisha says medical courier delivery apps are popping. Now I have been seeing that on YouTube. A lot of people have been doing medical courier. All right, you're gonna find that and I'm just gonna say this, y'all. With AI coming out the way that it is, the only kind of jobs that are gonna be out left available are going to be the ones that are going to take I call it blood, sweat, and tears. Now, I don't think nothing wrong with medical courier. I've seen the videos; they make a lot of money. That's just not a job for me. Okay, I want something that's automated. I can sit behind a desk, boom, 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 and the check hits the bank. That's me. Real estate is one that's kind of automated. Um, Now, if you want to have a medical courier business and you run it and you have other people work for you, great. If you guys are notaries, you can hire other notaries to work under you and dispatch them out to jobs. There's something that you guys can do too. There are really a lot of ways to make money. You really just have to find a way to be creative and always picture yourself as not the worker, you're the boss. And if you can do that, I think it'll help you find other ways to put other people to work for you. Okay. Chrissy says, "Hey, beautiful lady, my trailer never posted to my CP profile. What would be reasons why?" Okay, so somebody is saying that they bought a trade line for a CPN and it did not post to their credit. Well, the CPN's credit. That can very well happen. Why? Because some credit card companies are aware that the number is not legitimate and they will not allow that trade line to post under that number because they can't verify it's a real number. So if you find that you're buying trade lines and it does not post to that CPN, that is why. I strongly suggest, as hard as it's getting now, if you're going to buy a CPN, and I hate to give the people the business, okay, because that means that y'all are supporting the activity. But if you must, buy it from someone that already puts trade lines on them so you don't have to go through the frustration, okay? And then once you see what trade lines are on the CPN and you already know how to make the number, now you can go to those same companies and now you can sell them, because it is crazy to me how many people did not have a business yesterday and now they're selling CPNs for $700-800. Even easier than what that girl's doing on TikTok. Okay. Now I don't support the people doing it. Okay. It's not illegal if they're making the numbers. I don't know if they know what you're doing with it or not. Okay. But if that's what you must do, that is the way to get it. All right. Because CPNs are going to get, and they're going to be harder and harder. Amy says she invests in the S&P 500. If you do not know what the S&P 500, she is talking about the stock market. S&P stands for Standard and Poor. Okay, it's one of the markets that you can invest in. Okay, so there are certain stocks that are only, if I'm not mistaken, under S&P. And so if you want to know what those are, you could just go to Google and type that in, or I told y'all, get an E-Trade account. Y'all can go and open up one of those with $10-20. Y'all go Acorn, Robinhood. Those, they buy stocks with the money that you invest, but don't do it if you got a lot of debt. Let's get out of debt first. Okay. Thank you. Starlight says, don't forget to like, y'all. Y'all know I'll just get on here and talk, and I don't even be thinking about all that. Make sure you like, and please make sure if you haven't, go to my YouTube and subscribe. I am soon not going to do Facebook Live, and I probably move away from TikTok, and I'll just be doing my YouTube, because that's where I want you guys to go. But I'll keep you posted as when I want to do that. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you, Trash Girl. Tell her click the link in the appointment and schedule an appointment. Thank y'all. Look at that. Look at y'all working. Hey, Karan. All right. Mo says, find me a real cheap house by the beach in Florida. Well, I'm telling you, the only way you're gonna get a real cheap house in Florida is that thing gonna have to be towed down. It's gonna be a shack. But even if it's a shack and it's on the beach, it's gonna be expensive. Okay. The market is just doing too dang on good. Okay. Even though Florida came up as the 10th worst state to live in, the 10th. All right. It was 1 out of 10, and Florida was the 10th worst state. But everybody keep moving here. Ain't that something? What that say? It says, even if our school was on the list, do we still need to do the application with you? If your school is on the list, you do not have to do the application with me, Miss Fifi. You just need to know that if you don't do the application, you have to wait till they select you versus you doing the application and you skip the line. Okay. Um, People who've done the application with me compared to the people who have not, you just don't even know when you're going to get selected. And they have until 2025. So you have a whole year and something to wait to see when they're going to select you. So it's completely your choice if you want to do it. Natrell Sweetness. I hope I answered that already when we talked about how to pay down your points. Planet Jazz says Nexus Lexus is after everyone. So it's the other way around. It's LexisNexis is after everyone, but it's not just LexisNexis. Let me tell y'all, they don't want to give anybody privacy because of so much fraud. And they're going to say that fraud is the reason why they cannot give you the privacy that you seek. And think about it. I don't know if we would be safer with all of our information out there or not, because people are smart and they're still going to get it. And regardless if people aren't stealing your information from the computer, people are stealing your information from their jobs. Okay. People who work at banks, people who work in the post office, people who do taxes, people who do credit, people who work with the elderly, they are just stealing stuff. Okay. So it's almost impossible to stay protected. But um that is why we don't have any privacy. Okay, that's all they're going to say is because the banks tell on you, people tell on everybody, tells on everybody now because everybody's afraid that somebody's trying to do something illegal. Okay. All right, let me see what you got. You can't really keep up. I'm old and it never ends. And it says, can they look if it's frozen? So I'm assuming we're talking about your credit. And yes, they can look even if it is frozen because your credit being frozen is only when you're applying for credit. When they are doing a soft inquiry, that is not applying for credit because you already gave them access because they are your creditor. So they don't need to get permission from you again. Just like when y'all go and apply for these jobs and you sign that thing saying they can pull your credit, they can look at your credit as many times as they want up until I think they got like 12 months. So sometimes it doesn't say it's a one-time pull. It doesn't say that. You may find a form that does, but it doesn't say that. So you gave them access, they're already in. All right. Somebody says working on getting an expungement. Good idea. If you're working on getting an expungement, this is the time to do it. See what your state says. Most states will only allow you to expunge misdemeanors, and you can't have had any felonies. But if you, and I do have a couple girls who have gotten in trouble and they are trying to get their waiver so that they can do nursing jobs. Nursing jobs are never going to get old, y'all. So if you know that, hey, you may not be that good in school, but you good with your hands, you love on old people really well, get you a nursing job. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but you got to make sure that record is looking good. And if it's not, you might need to look at expunging. Expunging, I hate to say that word. I actually like to say a seal because an expunge is a totally different process. You're probably going to have an attorney, and it's probably going to involve some high ranking officials like the governor. Okay. Most time you can just do a seal where it will seal your record where no one can see except individuals that have authorized approval, like the FBI, you know, the police if you're on the investigation. It just depends. Okay. So most of y'all should be looking at doing a seal versus an expungement. Ms. Jenna says, can you get a payment arrangement to an eviction? And will that allow you to get a place if that's place? I think I know what you're saying, Ms. Jenna. So if you have an eviction on your credit, More than likely, the eviction is from a debt collector, not the apartment. So if it is from the apartment complex, they can allow you to do a payment arrangement, but that doesn't stop someone else from denying you an apartment because the eviction is on your record. Thank you for that. If you see it on your credit report from a debt collector, same thing. You can make it a payment arrangement, but that doesn't mean that somebody else will want to rent to you because it's showing on your credit. Okay. Now, y'all know what I tell you. If an eviction is in the courts, but it's not on your credit, tell those people your landlord died and they didn't have a chance to remove it. Okay. Because your landlords have to remove it once you pay. And if it's on one but not the other, it's kind of difficult to prove if you did or did not pay it. Okay. The court may not update that it paid. It usually will be removed. That's how you know that it's been paid. So you guys might be able to use that to get a place. All right. Gwenda says, do they have a grant for daycare? I'm trying to open a daycare. No. Most time you're not going to find grants that are going to be there for people who want to start a business. Grants are usually going to be for people who are already in business and they're trying to continue. For example, Bank of America is doing a grant right now for minority women and LGBT. So if you want to look on the list, it's on there. It's an emerging grant. Um, I mean, you already got to be in business, though. They like to give people money who've already been in business because who's to say you don't take that money and you say you're going to start a business, but then you run off with it. So that's why a lot of times they don't like to give you money like that to start up. Hey, Nikki, thank you very much. I appreciate that. She says, hey, sis, you got this. Thank you. China says, can you please mention a grant again? So the grants are on my page on shamikasaves.com. You can go under the shop tab. There are going to be grants that Hello Alice has. They're going to be LISC grants. And y'all probably don't know what those are, but they're going to have a grants from all over the place in one place. International grants broken down by states. Let me tell you, it's 8 pages of goodness. So if you are interested, I put it up every single month, a new one, and this is the one for July. Okay. And all right, dog walkers. I'm telling y'all, the dog walk about any job right now that can put some money in your pocket is gonna be where it's at. I told you, I think I'm gonna start selling candy. I'm gonna be the new candy lady, and I'm gonna be getting paid in change only. So when I'm going to the grocery store, y'all better move out the way because I'm coming with roll coins, okay? Because I ain't got time for no dollars. But that's the best way to beat the IRS at this point, y'all. Y'all gonna have to get paid in change. I don't know if y'all saw this. This man owed his ex-wife back child support, and he dropped $80,000 in pennies in her yard. He had it loaded up on a trailer, and he pulled up and he opened the trailer, and all the pennies came out. And I guess she had to get that up, but that was the back child support. So that's gonna be me up at the grocery store. All right, Mo says, you're right, Shamika. I only want easy side hustles. I've been selling on Etsy for 1 year this month. Okay, congratulations, Mo. Mo says she's been selling on Etsy. Now, everybody's side hustle is different. I used to sell clothes. Okay. I've been out there sweating and in the sun and working 12, 14 hours a day to get that. So I did my time in the struggle. I ain't struggling like that no more. So if I do a side hustle, my side hustle got to be a notary. So I could just do a stamp and go. Document preparation, which I do for a lot of y'all right now. Even some of y'all that need y'all bankruptcies done. Y'all need your bankruptcy petitions prepared. I do that. So everybody has their own version of side hustle. You just got to find out what you're good at, what you can enjoy, and then put a fee on it. Okay, that is it. If you can cook, you should be selling plates. If you can do hair, you should be doing it in your kitchen. Okay, all that kind of stuff. It says, is the Pure Leaf no grant they're talking about on TikTok legit? The Pure Leaf no grant. What Pure Leaf no grant? I'm gonna have to look that up, and I will let you know because I haven't seen anything. And I don't like when they advertising stuff on TikTok because a lot of it is ads. Okay, but let's see. All right, Pure Leaf grant. Let me see. All right, here it goes. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all know if it's legit. And beautiful. Yeah, it's a real thing. Okay. So yes, to answer your question, the Pure Leaf is a real grant. Okay, so I'm looking at it right now. And yes, I'm not a mother, so I can't. But if you're a mother, you can go and get you these little quick $200. Okay. And if y'all been paying attention to me, did y'all get y'all $122 from Yahoo? Okay. And Elizabeth, I know you got it. I know you be on it. Okay. Because I got $120 from Yahoo. And then I got another $62 check from, I can't even remember what it was. So if y'all not doing these class actions, I don't know what y'all doing, because we getting a little bit of change over here. Did I mention that's a side hustle in itself? It is. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Sweetie says, "Hey, lady, do you help if needing help filling out the grant?" Yes, I do. But remember what I said. Now, Chat GPT can help y'all too. Okay. So I'm just showing y'all some ways that y'all can put some money back in your pocket. Yolanda Stinson says, "Florida is expensive." Yes, I think it is compared to some places, but there's no state tax. So if there's no state tax, rent and stuff like that would be a little higher here because you don't pay no state tax. So you have to weigh out the two. I have only lived in states that pay no state tax. I've lived in some that you do, like New York and DC. And let me tell you, I was like, dang, it's high and I'm paying taxes. So I go back to living in states that pay no state tax. Okay. And I think there's 13 of them. So Florida is one of them. This is why so many people come here, just for that reason. Hey, Chantel. All right, Rhonda says, "I saw that a couple was going around putting credit card scammers on Walmart self-checkout credit card machines." Man, I'm telling you, fraud is going to become worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay. It is not ever going to go anywhere because, one, some people are lazy. Two, people like fast money. Three, it works. And if it's putting money in people's pocket, they don't feel bad that they go and do a little bit of time for all that money that they got. That's another issue. And I don't know what number I'm on for, but it works. And that's the thing. And this is one of the main things I talk about. If they don't want people doing fraud, then why have the system set up where they can? Okay, that's the issue. But that's also why they're coming out with Fed Now. Okay, that's why Fed Now is coming. It's going to make things harder to do, because if your bank ain't saying what the next bank is saying, the banks ain't talking on the same language, it ain't even going to work. And I know that's probably way above our head, but machines have a language that they talk to each other. Okay, but so and Fed Now is going to require that all banks have that same machine language, so they all talking the same. Because banks that don't have it will soon find out that they are more susceptible to being robbed by people. Right now, there's a song on Twitter. I don't know how many of y'all be on Twitter. A guy is rapping how to fraud the bank. He rapped the whole thing. I had the thing in my ear like this, y'all. Yep. Oh, yep, that's how you do. Yep, you do that. Yep, the whole nine. He told the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, so you know he doing it. They are not even scared to let these banks know that they figuring out how to do these things. They gonna keep stealing. Y'all just need to make sure y'all safe, that they're not stealing from you. Okay, like me fighting this address on my credit report that I know is not my address, but I'm keeping my eye on it, because if one thing pop up on my credit that's not supposed to be there, I'm hauling my ass right down to the police department. Identity theft. Okay, because I know how to clean up my credit real quick. And if y'all watch my video on YouTube, you will know how to do it too. Okay. Miss Jenna says, "I checked my annual credit report and the eviction is not on there at all by the apartment or a debt collector. It's on the courts as a judgment." But what did you say to tell the courts? Not to tell the courts, Miss Jenna. If you have an eviction on your, if it's on the courts, but it's not on your credit, when you go to get an apartment and they look you up and you apply, you tell them before they even do the work, there is an eviction at the court record on me. It is not on my credit. It was removed because I paid it. But the owner died before they had a chance to remove it at the courthouse. Okay. The person that puts the eviction on you is also the same person that has to remove the eviction from your name at the courthouse once it's paid. But if they don't ever do it, then it stays on your record like an eviction. So use that as a reason why it's not showing up on your credit, but it's showing up on the courts. Okay. I just gave y'all a little bit of, just run with it, Miss Jenna. It's gonna work, I promise. It says, "What about for dental implants? These are not medical grants, but I will tell you this. If you are in Florida, there is a free dental bus going around. I don't know how I found that, but there is a free dental bus going around. Send me a message on my website. I will send you the list. Okay. We only got the rest of this year before it's over. But this is by grants. They do extractions. They can bring you can bring kids, the whole nine. So I do have some people that say they finna follow the bus around, and I don't blame you. But if you are in Florida, I do got that free list. Okay. There is a bus that is going around. Hey Taj TV. All right, let's see. Hey KK Jackson, thank you for joining. It says, thank you, appreciate the information. You're welcome. It says, girl, I didn't know about the Yahoo one. Yes, that Yahoo gave me $122. It says, oh my God, you're cross-eyed. That's cute. Yep, I'll be cross-eyed, buck-eyed, buck teeth, and all that. One thing, don't come on here because I'm gonna go with you all day. We can go back and forth. All right, moving on. Tawana Burrow says, do you have any info on class action lawsuits? Yes, there are a ton of them. And we have some good ones that should be coming, like Walmart. This is supposed to be a pretty nice size. The Facebook and the, excuse me, the Facebook and the Meta class action is still out. And those are two different ones, although they are the same company. They're two different class actions. Facebook and Meta, META. Y'all need to be doing that. The airline one is still open. The domestic airline one is still open. So if you haven't done that one, you need to. So go to these pages, top class actions, classactions.org and classaction.com. You can go to those three. Those are my favorite three that I go to find out what is popping. Thank you, guys, Infinite Sun. Okay, so I got 13 minutes left for 8 o'clock. And let me see real quick. Let me check my thing now. Let me see if I missed anything. You are beautiful inside and outside. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Oh, thank you, KK. I appreciate that very much. I really do. Thank y'all. All right, so let me ask y'all real quick because I know this. We probably gonna hear something before this come out. What y'all think happened to that girl in Alabama? Do y'all think it was trafficking, or do y'all think she had a mental thing? I'm just really trying to get other people's opinion. Um, I do hope that she's okay and all that good stuff, but it has really just been on my mind, and I just really want to know what y'all think while I'm looking for a couple other things for y'all. Okay, so I just want to see what y'all gonna say. Let me see. KK says she thinks it's mental health. I swear I do too. I think it's mental health. I do not think it is at all what she said. Maybe she thought she saw a child. I don't know. Y'all know demons is real. But I definitely okay, thank y'all. I just wanted to see if I was the only one that thought that. Okay. Whew. Ooh, I thought I was the only one. Okay. Let me see, let me see, let me see. No dental implant. Let me see. Do you have any info? Yes, answer that. Chantel, you think it's mental too? Okay. All right. So Starlight, we're talking about the black female that made it onto the news. I ain't gonna lie, I was even surprised to see that she made it onto the news as fast as she did. And I was like, oh, she's pretty. She had all these people praying for her. And I mean, I was too, but I'm just not believing the hype. Okay. But let me tell y'all this though, because y'all know I be doing all my investigations. Now, the Red Roof Inn in Atlanta. So the Red Roof Inn, I don't know if y'all know that's the Look at a hotel. Okay. Now I done stayed a couple Red Roofs before, especially in Tampa. But the Red Roof Inn they have a class action, not a class action lawsuit. Well, it is class action, but it's not open to the public. But they are suing the hotel chain and some of the employees for being complicit when it comes to trafficking. Okay, and this is largely in the Atlanta area. Okay, so this kind of stuff does happen. All right, well, because this is what they were saying happened to the girl. Okay, Frenchie Vale said she might have been kidnapped. I'm still waiting to see. I know it's a mystery. I'm just curious of what everybody thinks happened. It says they didn't even put out a suspect description. That means they don't. That's what I'm saying. At least by now they would have said something. They would at least said the child looked like this, or they didn't give us nothing other than she at the hospital. And not, they ain't taking your wig off either. Okay, I'm sorry. They is not taking the wig. They're not leaving. I don't know. The stuff ain't sounded right. I know she's okay. I'm glad she's back, but I really do think that it is some mental illness going on. Okay. Yes. See, thank you, Miss Dean. You think it's mental illness too. Okay, Amy. Yes. Okay. So y'all all think that. I know it's scary. I know we're gonna find out soon. But yes, You said, okay. You said, I believed it when they, honey, Mo, I was the same way. When they said that the wig was left behind, I say, oh, no, no, ma'am. Black women and their wigs do not separate. The husbands might separate, the boyfriends might separate, and sometimes the kids. But the wig, oh no. The only time we taking it off is on the mug shot because we have to. I'm just saying that's the one thing that stood out to me too. And I'm like, girl, the wig? No, they not taking the wig. They So okay, I just thought it was just me. But I mean, like I said, I'm glad that she's back. But I am letting y'all know that this mental health thing is a real, even I struggle, y'all. And like I said, if y'all who been and sticking with me for a while, I'm telling you, I have a lot of moments. Okay, a lot of moments. You know, PTSD is real, trauma is real, and I just want y'all to know that if that is y'all and y'all going through it, suffer through it. And here is my remedy for everything: go to sleep. Because most time when you wake up, you don't feel the way that you did when you were awake. So I try to tell myself, if I'm getting too sad, girl, go to sleep, because you will wake up and you will feel better. Okay, even the Bible says, what it say, joy come in the morning. Now, if you wake up, your body don't know if it's morning or not. It's just doing this normal clock thing, and it's gonna think it's the morning. So you'll at least be happy. But if y'all got to go and talk to somebody, I talk to somebody. I text my counselor, oh, I need you. We got to talk. So if you think that you are too big for counseling, then that's part of the problem. Go to counseling. Okay. And if it's the man, because that happens a lot of time, it's the men. We are in these relationships and they just slowly break you down. And then you're wondering why you're sad and you're depressed and you can't move on. And it's because of that person that you're sleeping with. And this person is probably and normally a narcissist. Okay. I had a good dealing with one. Okay. He shot me. Okay. Y'all know I was shot by one. So I'm letting you know that shit happens. Okay. We all going through it. Talk to somebody, pray, and go to sleep, and figure out a plan of exit. All right, because life is already too short, and people losing their damn minds right in front of our faces. Okay, right in front of our faces. So I'm glad that I see y'all here with me each week. Okay, if this keeps me going, just so y'all know. Okay, this does, because I want to quit all the time, but this y'all keep me going. So I do hope she gets the help that she needs, and anybody else does too. And if you're a veteran, let me just put that out, and you're contemplating doing something that you don't want, well, something that we don't want, the VA will allow you to go to any hospital, and you can walk right in and say you are having ideate, you're having thoughts of being unalive in yourself, and they will take you in, and the VA will pay up to 90 days. All right, this is why I think everybody should go in the military, because some people ain't getting this type of coverage or help. Okay, but they know PTSD is so damn rampant, and you don't have to be in the military to get PTSD. You could just be in the hood. You could just have crazy parents and you can have it. Okay. So get help if you need, talk to somebody if you need. But folks, we need you. The kids need you. Look, we need your Social Security. We need your FICA. We need your Medicare. We need all of that. So not only do we need you, but we need you to pay that person that's getting that Social Security check. Because some of us ain't gonna be able to afford it. Okay, our money already stretched thin. So we need you here for nothing else. We need you. All right. I tried to make you laugh. I hope that was funny. Okay. Let me see real quick. Plan for self-love. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I got PTSD too. I have no problem telling folks, and I ain't gonna tell you. And I'll be having days where I just don't see a purpose at all. Why am I here? Questioning. So, and I'm 44 years old and I still go through that. Okay. So you are not by yourself. Not at all. If anybody's going through that, please just let you know. Don't be fooled by this smile or how I know all this information. But in between all of this can be tears, depression, a whole lot of other stuff. Okay. Starlight says this is probably the fastest way for her to ask for help. Now that is true. Now I'm gonna tell you, somebody told me that the fastest way to get them to give you your Social Security, your veterans disability, or anything else is to Baker Act yourself. Tell them folks you want to unalive yourself and commit yourself to the hospital. And he was at the hospital and committed himself. And he says, I know what I'm doing, because when I walk out of here, I'm gonna be paid. Now I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but this is what I mean. They can make fraud easy, but getting help hard. So you gotta lie on one hand to get what you should have, but you gotta lie on the other hand to get what you do have. Tell me the world ain't messed up. Okay. So that's why this is why I say I don't pass no judgment. You got to get it how you live. Only you got to deal with you, not me. So if that's what you got to do to go get you some help by turning yourself into them folks, turn yourself in. I promise you, they will give you all the help you need when you say you want to unalive yourself. Okay, I mean resources gonna come out of nowhere. I promise you. Go and do it. Throw yourself on the foot of them people and let them take care of you. Miss Deem says, what took them so long? I've been in the ATL area. That red roof on Old National has been off the chain. You see, Miss Deem, that's the red roof I'm talking about. The one off of Old National, that's the one that is in the doggone court papers. I looked at it today, and that thing is thick of all them charges they are assessing that hotel with. But this talks, okay, and that case gonna drag out for a very long time, and a whole bunch of more people gonna get trafficked in between. So if you're going to Atlanta, do not go to the red roof off of Old National, okay? Matter of fact, stay out of all the red roofs at this point, okay? Until you find you someplace else, go to Marriott. Hopefully ain't nobody getting taken over there. It says, I strongly believe that this world is messed up. Oh, look at that. KK says on Cobb too, Miss Deem. So see, y'all, we got to stay out of them Atlanta hotels because this stuff is real. And this is, even if this didn't happen, her wasn't real, people still getting snatched, people still getting followed, people still having the stuff, what's that stuff? Fentanyl that they touch and pass out and die. So it's still happening. Okay. Look, okay. I ain't gonna look. I'm about to pull it and show it on camera, but they'll shut my TikTok off. But I keep my girl with me, okay? Especially after going through what I've been through. I am not leaving home without my pistol, and I do not. And I want all of you women. I keep saying that. I keep posting these stories of these men loving you today and hating you tomorrow, and feel like because they ain't with you, you not with them, then nobody else can be with you. Y'all had better start pistol packing. Okay, I wear tight clothes. Okay, so I got to put mine in my bra like an old auntie because you'll see my bulge, but I don't care. Okay, don't have me pull it out. I've done it before and I'll do it again to protect myself, and that's what I want y'all to do too. I am so tired of hearing women and these babies getting killed behind these men. This is just ugh. Now that's not the same story with this girl, but these things are happening. I want y'all to be safe. See, red roof in Florida too. I'm telling you, that's why I don't stay in them no more. I don't stay in them because they sketchy. Okay, I'm not staying. Look, give me a Marriott, a Hyatt, or a Hilton. Okay, and if it ain't one of them, I don't want to stay. I ain't even staying on no Econo Lodge. No Super 8, no super, nothing with a super in the front. And if that thing say motel, I ain't staying there. It better be a hotel, okay? Because hoes stay at the motel, okay? Just so y'all know, hoes stay at the motel, not the hotel. All right. Rhonda said, yep, probably ex new girlfriend. I'm telling you, joy does come in the morning. I'm telling y'all. I said, I'll be praying. Thank you, Christopher. Pray for me. I appreciate it. I take prayers. I really, really do. I pray for myself and say, God, you know what? I have to get this is the problem, fighting this mind of ours. The mind is a strong, strong muscle. It says, dang, it's okay, TC Legends. You joined us late, but thank you. You can always watch it on live. If anybody misses, y'all can always rewatch this on live right on YouTube. Amy, thank you. Okay, so it's 8:00. So I just want y'all to know to be safe out in these streets. Do like I do every morning. Psalms 91. You may not be a God fearing person, but if you are and you believe in it, I say my prayer of protection because you do not know what you are walking outside into. Some of y'all war zones are right in your home. And even in your home, you need to be protected because it's knives, it's forks, it's lots of sharp objects. And I want you guys to be safe, safe, safe. Okay. If y'all need anything, y'all got any questions about anything we talked about tonight or just something that you forgot, shamikasaves.com, send me a message. It comes directly to me and I will respond to you guys. Okay. If you need the dental information for the anything, y'all know I got lots of stuff. Bars defense information, whatever, just hit me up and I will help you guys out. We must all look out for one another. That is our job. That's the purpose that we are here on this earth. Love y'all. Ain't met not one of you, okay? But be blessed. I will be back here on Wednesday, and I will talk to you soon. Okay? Y'all have a good one. Be safe. Bye. Text me, y'all, if y'all need anything. See you. Bye, y'all.